Diverse Roles of Early Childhood Practitioners, a documentary brought to you by the Bandurians, Ivor Hornsby, Jenny Scipio, and Kim Sukdheo. My fellow early childhood educators, we have created this short documentary to enlighten your understanding on the roles of the early childhood educator. The information will allow you to conceptualize the diverse and multifaceted roles an educator performs as they scaffold a child's learning and development. Welcome. Teachers are instrumental figureheads within a learning environment. Their roles and responsibilities are pivotal in shaping the minds of children and creating developmentally stimulating paths for their success. The roles of teachers are extensive and amalgamates communicator, facilitator, guide, coach, observer, assessor, planner, nurturer, caregiver, researcher, counselor, and storyteller. These roles are all interrelated, and the teacher is considered to be a paradigm of learning success and lifelong learning. We now focus our attention on 6 of these roles performed by the early childhood practitioner.
Nurturer and caregiver. The role of nurturing children encompasses all aspects of development: social, emotional, cognitive, and physical. In every interaction, a teacher is required to provide a nurturing disposition to stimulate growth and development. This is according to Child Care Education Institute 2008. Caregiving, on the other hand, entails the safe keeping of children from harm, while catering for their custodial needs. These roles, though separate, are interconnected as they serve in the capacity of guiding children's individual learning and respecting them for their uniqueness, whilst promoting their development and enhancing their learning in a safe and secure environment. S. 2004. Further, teachers as nurturers and caregivers encourage the construction of relationships with children and their families. Children feel safe and secure when they are loved. According to NAEYC 2004, the relationship or bond between adult and child provide opportunities for the children to develop an understanding of self and others. Abraham Maslow believed that human beings' development is primarily based on a hierarchy of needs arranged in a pyramid form. He further stated that the needs are dependent on each other, with fulfillment beginning at the base. Furthermore, it is paramount to the children's development that the teacher prioritizes their needs, physiological needs being the first for fulfillment in order for the safety needs to be motivated. Thus, it is imperative that nurturers and caregivers ensure children's first needs are fulfilled. Observers and assessors. S. 2004 posited that careful observation provides valuable information about children's development. This permits the teacher to cater to the holistic development of the child. Thus, if a child has a learning disability, this can be picked up via observation and early intervention can take place. The role of an observer is also beneficial to families as the teacher captures and subsequently shares pertinent information about the children's development. Naturalistic observation offers the most accurate results as it captures children's day-to-day behavior in their natural settings. Successful observations capture meaningful details while children are actively engaged in various activities. The teacher, as an assessor and observer, must also take precaution against being subjective, as this contributes to biased reporting, which can negatively impact the child. Observation is an excellent tool for assessment as it is less likely to restrict children's behavior while they are actively participating in learning, thus underscoring the importance of such role.
The teacher as a planner. A well-conceived plan is essential to any successful learning experience. Without essential planning, time is wasted and this compromises the outcome of the learning environment. The action of planning is to simply prepare a course of action to achieve specified outcomes and objectives. According to Dino 2016, an efficient planner is flexible enough to make the necessary changes depending on feedback and observations of children within their learning environment. Additionally, daily planning helps to inform the teacher of the needs and requirements which can help to efficiently run their classroom. Therefore, just as the previously mentioned roles of the teacher, the planner is just as important and an essential skill of a capable teacher.
Teacher as a facilitator. Jean Piaget, a well-known psychologist, posits that humans cannot be given information which they immediately understand and use. Therefore, it is essential to construct their own knowledge through experience. Gary 2011. Thus, interacting with each other is vital to one's development. As time went by, the teaching method changed and children were not considered to be passive learners. Piaget saw teachers as facilitators of knowledge where they direct and stimulate children. Children should be able to make mistakes, learn from them, as this is more valuable to their learning and development. According to Miles, 2008, being a facilitator requires modern methods and illuminations of the traditional role of a teacher. An example of this is a teacher serving as a guide to children's learning rather than a dispenser of knowledge. Hence, the teacher as a facilitator must be entirely engrossed in the learning environment and mindful of how it is set up and the effectiveness on children's learning. Further, the role of facilitator integrates additional planning and research time. This is necessary to gain efficient information pertaining to young children while reflecting on how educational theories relate to particular program. Teacher as a communicator. As teachers, we make contact with people on a daily basis. With this contact derives the exchange of thoughts and ideas. Miles 2008. According to Boet 2011, communication is essential for developing positive relationship with children and their families, colleagues, and other professionals. In order for a practitioner to have good communication skills, it is important for them to give full attention, be aware of body language, listen first and respond after, and resist any desire to interrupt. Take into consideration individual needs of the child. Monitor the environment for factors that may negatively impact open communication. Be confident. Furthermore, it is important to understand the effective teachers communicate in different ways. According to Progressky 2010, visual and auditory communication when combined increases opportunity to communicate with more students. The teacher, as a communicator, dispenses such duty by giving instruction, appraisal, and feedback.
My fellow early childhood educators, we thank you for viewing and hope this documentary was helpful to you. Just to reiterate, the roles of a teacher goes beyond creating activities and monitoring children, but it amalgamates the diverse responsibilities and tasks a teacher performs, all in effort of constructing and providing developmentally stimulating environments and activities for children. Thank you.